Welcome everyone to this video where I'm going to explain to you how to trade one of the most famous strategies at Beerbull Traders that is made by one of our most experienced traders. His name is Brian Bezim. The name of the strategy is the Rising Devil, and this strategy is usually traded at the open when it reclaims VWAP. I'm going to explain to you the criteria for selecting this stock and how to enter into this stock and how long you need to hold on to your target, recapping this trade on a trade that was taken by Peter on AI on 4th of April. You can see the trade right here. You can see that the trade was taken on AI when the stock was getting closer to VWAP. But what are the main criteria that you need to look for when you are selecting stock to play for a Rising Devil? The main criteria that you need to see when you are selecting stock for a Rising Devil is that the stock gaps below the previous day close. So to find a strategy, you need to take a look at the gappers list, and it's preferable to find a stock that gapped down at least 5% below the previous day close. The second thing that you want to see is that the stock is selling off in the pre-market below the previous day close. And looking at AI around here, you could see that it was already selling off before the market opened. The strategy itself and the entrance into the strategy is pretty much straightforward. You want to see that the stock is squeezing back to VWAP, reclaiming VWAP, and you want your entry to be as close as possible to VWAP. The moment you get into the entry, your stop loss is slightly above VWAP, and then you just hold on to your target depending on your risk management system and your risk to reward ratio. So let's explain this trade in more detail, recapping it using the trading terminal replay feature on this trade on 4th of April. So before we get into the trade, I want you to take a look at how AI looked like on the daily chart before the market opened. You can see that the previous day on AI was at around 33.86, and today we're gapping down and opening at 31.85. The next thing that you need to pay attention to is how it behaved like in the pre-market. So you can see that's the previous day close actually, and now we're selling off in the pre-market and there is weakness below VWAP. The next thing you want to do is wait for the market open and try to play this stock to the short side as close as possible to VWAP. You can see that the stock is actually struggling. It just doesn't even want to get closer to VWAP. Normally, the perfect entry to play this setup to the short side is as close as possible to VWAP when it reclaims VWAP. But if you see that it's struggling and it already showed you some weakness in the pre-market, you jump into the short side somewhere around the open, and your stop loss, and in this case Peter's stop loss, was 2 cents above VWAP. Now that we are in this position to the short side, the thing that you want to do is hold on for a good risk to reward ratio. Now that you're having at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, you want to lock in some profits. Now what Peter mentioned when he shared his trade is that he over partialed, and he could have showed some more patience locking in some profits. And one of the things that you could do usually is hold on to your target or hold on to your trade until it makes a new 1 minute high. If it makes a new 1 minute high, you could take some partial. If it continues going lower, you could hold on for a longer run. Half an hour later, you could see that the stock was kind of bear flagging. Potential places to take some partials is here at a new 1 minute high, maybe another partial around here at a new 1 minute high. When the stock made a bear flag setup and it finally broke the low, you could have added to your position and held on longer into this trade. What I usually do to determine my targets is using the ATR. For you, it could be anything else. It could be a daily level, Fibonacci levels. Trading styles are different potential targets and deciding potential targets for everyone is also different depending on your initial risk per trade. So that's basically it. Rising Devil is pretty much a simple strategy to trade. The main criteria that you need to do is find stocks that gap down at least 5% below the previous day close. Second thing you want to do is take a look at the pre-market price action. Make sure that the stock is already selling off before the market open. Third thing you want to do is watch it after the open and try to buy it try to short it as close as possible to VWAP with a stop loss above VWAP. Once it starts going in your favor, you could add to your position if there is an opportunity to add, and then manage the trade depending on your risk management system. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, make sure to write them in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, share and subscribe to our channel, and make sure to practice your trading for free using our trading terminal replay feature. If you don't know what stocks you can practice on, make sure to go to beerbulltraders.com/market replay, where you have the moderators watch list for the past, and you can pick any stock for the moderator that is trading closer to your style and practice trading using these stocks. And I'll see you on the next video.